I don't even really know where to begin at this point. You know the one Rick and Morty clip where Rick's like, "Come on, Morty, get it, it's gonna be in and out, 15-second adventure." And then it actually turns out to be a 20-minute plus poorly edited YouTube video about a 12-year-old video game. Because if you don't, I think you're about to get a pretty good idea of what it's like. Now, I know it's going to be a shock to everyone, but I actually do have friends. And about 3 months ago, one of them sent me a pretty funny image. It was a pair of ebony gauntlets with some crazy stats, and the name at the bottom was just, "Ooh, he's stealing." Pretty aptly named, I think. Of course, I'm never able to leave well enough alone, so I asked him one very important question. Is this possible in vanilla?
What's up, baby girl?
This is so important. I need your help.
Okay.
I need you to explain to me how to do the "ooh, he's stealing" thing again.
Fuck. Alright, give me like 5 minutes.
So I began to coalesce all my 1,000+ hours of Skyrim knowledge into a master plan to execute this glitch as soon as possible and beat the game within, maybe a couple hours. Needless to say, things did not play out as I would have hoped. I really should have known things would be bad right off the bat, based on the fact it took me about 5 hours to get out of Helgen. I think everyone knows at this point that Skyrim's just a buggy disaster, so I kind of assumed the opening cutscene would be a little bit resistant to some trolling using the dev console. Spoiler alert, it's not. Now, an average person would just be able to sit through everything, create their character, and move on with the game, but I'm really not normal. So, in order to finally get to the point where I could control my character, I had to literally leave the game running, leave my house, get into my car, go to McDonald's, eat my food, and then come back once all the cutscenes and beginning bullshit was over. There's no fucking way, right? There's no way. God damn it! Fuck! Not again! Oh shit! Please. Please. God! Oh! My plan itself was relatively simple, and it kind of went something like this. I'd run immediately straight to Winterhold, go grab the quest for the Ogma Infinium and use its duplication glitch to power level my alchemy and enchanting up. From there, I'd be a high enough overall level to comfortably travel around and snag the Ring of Pure Mixtures, which would give me a guaranteed Fortify Alchemy enchantment, the Gloves of the Pugilist from Riften to make gauntlets that do big damage and don't need to be recharged, and then I needed the ingredients for Fortify Restoration and Fortify Enchanting Potion. Once I had glitched my way into becoming One Punch Man, I would go to Solitude, use a bucket to run through the wall of the Thalmor Embassy, skip like half the main quest line before I even got to Riverwood, and then beat the game in record time. Unfortunately, this was going to be way easier said than done. Let's be clear, Skyrim is not hard. Todd Howard was just determined to make this playthrough my 13th reason and lulled me into a false sense of security early on. As soon as I finally made it out of Helgen, I ran it down mid all the way to Septimus Cygnus, got the quest I needed, died to a crackhead a bunch of times, died to a Falmer a bunch more times, remembered that the game is easy, like really, really easy, found the Elder Scroll and made it back all before I was even level 10. Only to find out you can't actually complete the quest until you're level 15. At the time, that didn't seem too bad. I could just go back to Winterhold, do some Mages College side quests, and explore the area until I got myself leveled up to where I needed to be. And then I remembered that would involve spending time and the majority of my playthrough in Winterhold. And that was just not happening.
Inside out and then exploded. What did you do? It was a minor miscalculation.
I ran into a group of King Cobra JFS subredditors outside of the town whose special power was just to literally summon women in BDSM gear. I knew I had to get out of there. I did end up stealing their weird bug thing though, which to be honest, probably the best thing that happened to me my whole time playing. Whoever coded this thing like really phoned it in. It screams COVID work from home project, 100%. I mean, it can do some useful things that it's actually programmed to do, like whatever this is, but its real use comes from what it unintentionally does. Because it has a massive hitbox for the size of its model, it completely blocks any hallway it stands in. Sometimes it even just randomly takes aggro from enemies, despite the fact that you can't damage it. Like, even the player can't damage it. Unfortunately, though, I never found a way to exploit that to level up, meaning that after a while of wandering around, I just had to suck it up and go back to Winterhold. The Mage's College questline, aside from giving me some nasty student loan flashbacks, was pretty much what I expected. I've probably played it like 50 times at this point, but it was a necessary evil to squeak out those last few level ups. Then things really started going off the rails. And I hadn't even tried to actively break the game yet.
You can resist, can you?
On my way to get Septimus his elvish mega aids, I was given some prime examples of why, after all these years of playing, I still love Skyrim. You guys thought that was pretty cute, right? Good, because that's probably the last bit of fun we're gonna have this video. I express shipped Septimus his COVID 2077 vaccine, watched him unalive himself twice, finally had the Augment Infinium. And they patched out the duplication glitch. Awesome. Well, I had somehow managed to succeed and fail at the first step of the plan, all at the same time, but I figured it was still salvageable if I could just at least bring together all the key items I needed to put the rest of the restoration glitch together. So I took a brief detour down to Riften, which was somehow even more unpleasant than Winterhold, grabbed the fork out of the player home. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. Before I proceeded to my trinket shopping list. 1 unethically sourced ring of pure mixtures, check. 1 ethically sourced gloves of the pugilist, check. At this point, I had also collected at least 1 of all the ingredients I would need to create the potions I wanted to make, which gave me the moral high ground to spawn in the remaining materials and save myself some sanity. 5 minutes?
Are you already on?
I mean, I just need a verbal explanation.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you want to step by step. Basically, what you do is you like. I think it's been a while. I think you get Cyrodic Spade Tail.
Okay.
And you make a potion of. I think it's here. Actually, I think I have like a 3-minute I watched. Craft more powerful potions.
Yes.
So like enchant like gauntlets. I just did gauntlets and helmet because eventually you don't need more than like 4 sets, or for more than like 2 sets. So you enchant those, and then you fucking take those off, drink the potion you just made, put the armor back on, and the stats should have gone up. Like it should have like almost doubled. It says like if it was like 16, it would have gone to like 30, 40. Repeat until you can make a potion of enchanting, And then once you're done, you know, you make the potion, you drink it, and then you enchant an item, and it should be like, does like burn damage for like 48,627 damage.
Excellent. You have no idea what kind of hell I'm about to unleash with this.
I bet.
Oh, so that's how it's going to be, Todd. I see you're going to make me do it. I've made it through this entire playthrough with only a fraction of the power I could wield through the dev console, and you weren't satisfied. You want to see me become a monster. Fine, you're on. Let's dance. Take me out to dinner. I live close enough to Bethesda. You like sushi? I knew you did, you dirty sick son of a bitch. Sorry. What I meant to say was, horse tilting, patched out. Running through walls with the buckets, also patched out. Using the toggle collisions command to enter the Thalmor embassy and skip half the main quest, technically a feature. Now I must warn you, we're finally at the point of this video where if you wanted to duplicate any of the things that you've seen, anything from now on has the potential to seriously break and soft lock the game. So if you don't have extensive knowledge of how to use the dev console, would not really recommend trying it. Skyrim, much like its opening cutscene, is made out of spaghetti noodles and bubblegum, and the more shortcuts you take, the more likely it is that the whole thing just implodes. Did that stop me from taking every shortcut possible? Absolutely not. Did I learn that the devs were actually smarter than me and somehow expected this? Surprisingly, only once.
What? You left him on his own? With the Thalmor after him? Go make sure he's safe, and bring him here.
I can't lie. At this point, I was getting really bored, to the point that I couldn't even make it through a simple dialogue tree without distracting myself. So I just started running, Forrest Gump style, all the way across Skyrim. And it worked. I have no idea how, but as a wise man once said, it just worked. I even Amazon overnight shipped Arn gear to the Blades Temple and somehow did not break the game. When I finished glitching my way to the top of High Hrothgar, the Clear Sky Shout even worked correctly, though that part did not last for me. And still, I busted out that Elder Scroll I'd been carrying around since I was level 5.
I'm sorry. Truly, I hope you'll understand.
Fine. If that's how you want to play it, I have ways of dealing with people like you. Been looking for a reason to try out this new mod I found anyway.
Wait, Dragonborn, what?
I am the storm that is approaching.
Enough!
And then I teleported to Whiterun to pull the old ha-ha funny on Jarl Balgruuf. As the icing on the cake, I spawned a bunch of Horkers at Rodriguez's execution, and then respawned them after the execution. Ran through Windhelm like it was your mom in college. Spawned a bunch of Falmer, which looked like your mom right now. Invited some friends to the office Christmas party. Bada bing, bada boom, gabagool. Please make the voices stop.